So yesterday was Memorial Day, and I had like some other video idea in mind. I was gonna do something else, but it occurred to me pretty quickly. Memorial Day is way more important. Knocking things off. So so yesterday being Memorial Day, the kids were off from school. I took some of the kids out we just went to a local downtown pizza place for lunch and we're hanging out, and I asked if they, like, on their last day of school on the Friday before or any time before, had the school done anything, talked about, had any sort of lessons about Memorial Day, what it was all about, why it was there, and the answer was no. And I asked if they knew anything about Memorial Day. What do they know about Memorial Day? Kind of didn't know much of anything at all. That is as much, on me, my failing as a parent, as it is on the school. As a matter of fact, it's more on me. It's my job. My job to educate my kids about that sort of stuff. So I started thinking about it. I have a long list of family members, people I love and care about, who have served this country in either the military or what I consider of equal level of service as police officers. I have a friend who was a Secret Service agent. People who chose to serve this country, chose a career in service to this country, many of them putting their well-being, their mental and physical health, their lives at risk in order to do that job, to serve this country. And I realized that I wanted to do a better job of that, and this is first one small step for me to acknowledge that and recognize the sacrifice that so many have made to the core mission of Memorial Day, if you will, is to recognize those who gave their lives in service to their country in the military. That is its primary purpose. I like to also take that time to recognize people who served in the police, firefighters, EMTs, first responders, people who have chosen to serve. I have several friends, several friends and family members who served in the military and did not have to give their lives in service, and I want to recognize them as well. So I talked to my kids about it, and I was explained that, Memorial Day was a day to honor the people who have given their lives in service to this country in the military, and explained my sort of broadened scope of that, the meaning of that day to me. And it made me think, like, as a kid, I didn't really know what Memorial Day was about either. And I didn't, even into my 20s and 30s, never really gave it much thought. And I do feel that for some people, and what I would like to do with my kids more in the future is more directly celebrate Memorial Day. Like, take them at some point. I'm definitely going to take my kids to Arlington National Cemetery. I've had the chance to go there. I've had the opportunity to meet the honor guard for the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, or at least some members of the honor guard, and see kind of behind the scenes a little bit of what that's all about. And I want my kids to get a sense of what this deeper meaning is all about, what it means to choose to serve, choose to put your health, your life, your mental health at risk, and perhaps give your life in service to this country. There's a lot of criticisms I have of the military. There's a lot of criticisms I have of how our military has been used by politicians. I think politicians have often perverted the military for political purposes and often sacrificed lives in the process to serve political means as opposed to serve the needs of our country. But I think it's really important, it's vital that we distinguish between all of the criticisms we may or may not have of the military and of the government's use of our military, and to distinguish between the military and those who choose to serve in the military, and those who choose to serve as police officers, firefighters, secret service agents, first responders, EMTs, paramedics. I know those people personally, and all of them choose to do so for something other than just what the rest of us do with our lives, which is a job. We go out, we get a job, we get paid. For some people, military service is that, I'll grant you. For a lot of people, military service is a job. But for the folks in my life that I've had the honor to know and love, that life was always about something more. It wasn't just a job. And almost all of them have paid a price, either physically or psychologically, paid some price. And it has certainly cost their families a lot of mental anguish. So I talked to my kids, explained to them what the purpose of the day was, talked to them about our family friends who have served in the military, and touched a little bit on what that means. And while we didn't go to a military cemetery or anything, but I am going to try to use that as a reminder that every day of the year, we, when we're out this summer playing outside and having a good time, that we get to do that because of the sacrifice others have made and are making right now, today. And I'm going to try harder to A, bear that in mind myself, and B, instill that in my children, and talk with them in more detail about the people that we know that have served. Get them to have a conversation with those folks. So we go into summer now. My kids are happy and healthy, for which I am profoundly grateful. My wife and I are happy and healthy. We are building an amazing life together. I have several friends who, as I said, served in the military, who some of them are struggling, served in the military, served in the police force, served in different ways. Several of them struggling with physical or mental issues related to that service. So the challenge then is on me to teach my kids, is on me to share with you. The challenge is on me to recognize that, honor that service, honor it both by helping them, if I ever can, honor them by living a joyous life, thankful for all that they did to provide this environment where I can have this joyous, amazing life. Just be mindful, be grateful, be thankful. So that's it. There's a thousand other small things I could talk about, but that I think is the most important right now. So for all of you out there, if you have thoughts on it, please feel free to share in the comments, reach out to me, and talk soon.